What's up, creators and creatrixes? I'm Wicked. I'm giving power back to the people, and you can't stop me. Today, we are going to discuss black mirrors, but before we dive in, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and click that little bell so that I can keep helping you keep your third eye in the sky. If you're looking for an extra power kick, go ahead and check out the Wicked coaching page on the Wicked Witch's web so that I can help you create your favorite experience. With all that being said, let's get started. Black mirrors. I just recently discussed these in one of my shorts, but they are such a powerful tool. I felt that it was necessary to give them a whole video because they certainly deserve it. You can use black mirrors for a whole slew of things, such as shadow work, divining, scrying, spying, cleansing, and communications. Making a black mirror is incredibly simple. I think there are some that you can buy, but this is one of those things that is fun to create, and if you create it, you can give more power to it. All you need is a picture frame with a piece of glass and some black paint. You're going to take that black paint and you're going to paint one side of the glass. Once it's dry, you're going to put the paint side facing the back of it so that the clean glass is on the outside and it's able to create a reflection. You can also add your own sigils into the back of the glass to help keep you safe, to give you clearer sight, whatever it is that you need to do. Once you've made or acquired your black mirror, you're going to take it and a candle into a dark room, light the candle, and place it in between you and the black mirror. This, in a lot of ways, can be like free therapy because it is such a great way to get in touch with your shadow side, with your subconscious, to figure out all of that stuff that you've got going on beneath the surface. You're just going to sit there and you are going to start communicating with yourself. And it's probably going to feel really foreign at first, but do not give up because you will hit a point where you break through and some really interesting stuff is going to start to happen. If you're new to this, I highly suggest using black mirrors for shadow working purposes before you try to do anything else, because otherwise your shadow side is going to flare up in the middle of your other workings. It's going to be very distracting, and your other workings probably aren't going to pan out quite the way you wanted them to. So don't be afraid of yourself. It is your right to know what is going on with you, and it is best to make peace with all of the facets of yourself. But you can also use your black mirror for communicating with different facets of yourself. You can use it to communicate with your ego and your higher self. This is where it's great for communication because it allows you to step into a liminal and limitless state of mind and really reach across the universe for all of the information that you could ever want. This is where the scrying comes in as well. You can use black mirrors to channel needed or information that you're curious about. It is also kind of like a window into the universe. So you're able to use your black mirror to look around, to get that information, to figure new things out, and to explore new ideas and possibilities. Using your black mirror, you can get in touch with your higher self for advice on what to do in situations or how to proceed or where you're going in life, how to get better on the path to alignment, what's going to happen if you don't. The list really is endless. You can also use a black mirror to cleanse yourself of negativity, and it is a great process for releasing all of that inner stuff that you've been burying as well. But another fun thing that you can do is you can use a black mirror to communicate with spirits and the dead. So if you've got someone who has passed over and you are hoping to speak with them again, to communicate about whatever it is that you need to, that's your business. Just know that it is possible through black mirrors. But once again, you're going to want to do your shadow work first so that you have a clear way of communication so that your shadow isn't getting in the way of all of that. Another thing about black mirrors is that powerful witches and practitioners can actually use them to spy on others. Now, I'm not saying this is something you should do, but it would be a disservice for me not to share what I know. So it's important for you to know that this is possible. And sometimes this could be potentially helpful. If someone is out to do you harm, you're going to want to know who it is and what they're doing. Your black mirror is a fantastic tool for figuring that out. A few weeks ago, we talked about protecting oneself in the magical realm, and black mirrors can certainly help you do that because, like I said, once you step into the magical realm, everything else there knows that you're there. You're shining your light, and they are attracted to it. So a black mirror can help you figure out what kind of entities you might be dealing with so that you can better protect yourself against them. Black mirrors can also give you the possibility of talking to your past self. So you can really dive into your past lives using a black mirror, figure out who you were and what you did and how that karma is affecting you in this life, which is really going to give you a leg up on clearing away those karmic debts, making even with the universe. And if you've been having a hard time of life, this is something you're definitely going to want to do, because wiping that slate clean is not only going to help you in this life, but it is going to help you in the next life as well. You have to understand that we all come into each life with our own karma from lives that we have lived before, here and in different worlds entirely. And if you can get an idea of what you're up against, it can only help you. Black mirrors really act as a window into other worlds, so the possibilities are only as limited as your imagination is. So don't be afraid to get creative with this, because there is a lot you can do with these powerful little tools. But with all that being said, you're going to want to make sure that you take care of this tool. So that is going to mean regular cleansing and charging practices. You can use sage to cleanse the black mirror. You can also use selenite if you have it, or you can bathe it under the moonlight. This can also charge it. Another way to charge your mirror would be to use an incense. Personally, I really love dragon's blood because it adds power to everything. So I would use dragon's blood, but whatever it is that you choose, whatever calls to you, all you need to do is pass the mirror through the smoke of the incense. You want to do this as little as 3 times and as many as 9s to give it a really solid power up. But it is important that you, at least every once in a while, take your mirror apart and cleanse the energies from behind the back of the glass as well. There's not a lot of space back there, but energy doesn't need much to stay stagnant and stuck. And that is something you are going to want to clear away so that it doesn't interfere with your future practices. You can also use black mirrors to check in with your own intuition. If you've been getting flares about something seeming off or not right, or something you think you should be doing, a black mirror can help you kind of decipher what that is and if you're correct or not. In the craft, we use tarot cards for messages from ourselves and from other beings, and a black mirror is like the next level to that. There's a little bit less coaching, but the messages can be so much more powerful if you're open to them. That is one of the most important things about this. You are going to have to walk into this with an open state of mind, and it absolutely does not hurt to meditate beforehand so that you can get yourself into the right state of mind. Stay open to messages no matter how they seem, and it would be wise to take notes as well so that you can reflect on these things. Even if you're not the journaling type, get a journal just for your black mirror so you can take a few notes so that when things start to happen later in life, you can go back and look at your sessions and figure out how these things are playing out. Black mirrors are honestly one of the best ways that we can possibly get to know ourselves, but this can also be a really fun process. So don't be afraid to, like I said, get creative, especially if you're feeling inspired, and let yourself have a good time with this. There's a high chance that it's going to bring up a lot of repressed things and probably trauma, but just know that this is clearing out your energetic field. This is going to allow you to reach higher vibrations and ultimately live a better life. I think that's all I have for this one. That pretty much covers it. They're relatively straightforward and simple, and they are so fun to make, so don't be afraid to do it yourself, because it's a great opportunity and it gives you the chance to really put all of your power and intention into the mirror, which is just going to make it so much more effective. Thank you so much for joining me, and make sure to like and subscribe so that I can help you keep your third eye in the sky. Stay blessed.